Singer Meghan Trainor says that she went overboard with cosmetic procedures. She did. Now, on the latest episode of her podcast, Meghan said that she got so much Botox, she cannot smile anymore. Take a look.
I've had Botox like a handful of times, just a few times, just up here, just my forehead, you know. And someone convinced me with my little lips that if you did a lip flip, you put filler right above your upper lip, that you could have a beautiful flip on your upper lip, and I could have one for the first time in my whole 30 years of living. 'Twas not true, right? And also, I cannot smile anymore. I'm a happy person here. I'm holding a puppy, and I don't look happy. I look like I smelled someone's fart, you know?
Oh my gosh. See, now Meghan said she was listening to her friends who said she should get a lip filler or a lip flip. I didn't even know what a lip flip was. But now, Meghan, you got your friends, they got you walking around, you look like Shanae. That's who you look like with the lips. With these lips. But here's the thing. In Hollywood, it's so hard. I get why she did it, because in Hollywood, it's a lot of pressure to keep up with your counterparts. Everybody's getting work done, but then you come in with your natural face, your natural wrinkles, your natural crow's feet, and then you start feeling like you're not normal. And I really gotta say, social media is the worst in what they put out. We read 100 positive comments, and then you get 2 negative comments. Now you're sitting in a plastic surgeon's office because of the 2. So I think we got to shut off this need for validation from social media, because it sometimes you should not be walking around and you can't smile when you're holding a puppy. I want to tell you, that stuff, those fillers and stuff, it scares me when you say you can't smile, because my smile is my money. Like, my smile is how I get paid. If I put botulism in my face, now I can't smile and it's frozen. And then, you know what scares me the most? I can't eat if my face is frozen. And I smile so much. And so when I go on the red carpet, the photographers, I will go on the red carpet and I try to smize, like Tyra Banks says. I try to do a little, but photographers don't like that. They go, Sherri, we need teeth. Show us teeth. So that they know me and I smile. But I know that I have a podcast called Two Funny Mamas Podcast. And one of my besties, Kim Whitley, we were on the podcast. She got some cosmetic procedures done, but she got hers on Groupon. So, yeah. She got on Groupon. So one time we were doing a podcast and she was on there and I'm looking at her eyebrows because one was frozen, like one was lifted up. And she kept looking like one half of her face was surprised. And the other half of her face was just regular. So one eyebrow was up and one was down. And I kept going, why you look permanently curious? And so she told me that she had gotten this eyebrow lift on Groupon, and she was mad at Groupon. I said, no, that was on you. So the whole time at the podcast, we were interviewing people, and they kept going, what's wrong with your face? And I tried to get a little something done. I remember I tried it, and I regretted it. I got that thing, when you go to those places and they freeze the fat, and then when you go to the bathroom, the fat's supposed to come out after they freeze it. So I did one because I had a few chins on my face. So I went to one of those freeze the double chin places, the fat, and then when they froze it though, they froze the nerve on one side of my mouth. So I used to do a show called Dish Nation. At the time, I was on Dish Nation. And so some of my nerves are frozen on my mouth. I didn't realize this. At the beginning of Dish Nation, everybody has to say, welcome to Dish Nation! But half my face was frozen. So it came out like, welcome to Dish Nation! It literally was like this. Every time I laughed, I would go, And one of my hosts, Head Crack and Gary with the T, they kept saying, what, Sherri, what is wrong with you? And I didn't want to tell them, so I said, I went to the dentist and my nerve. And all of the viewers were writing in going, did Sherri have a stroke? What is wrong with her? But the nerve just hadn't settled back in place, and it wasn't settling fast enough. So when I tell y'all, I was trying everything. I was going to acupuncture to get it fixed, and I kept going, can you put another needle in my face? And the doctor kept saying, the nerve is gonna get back to where it's supposed to be in 6 months. And I said, I don't have 6 months, I got 6 hours. And so every day when I had to be on camera and say, welcome to Dish Nation, they would show my face and quickly cut to somebody else. And I'm gonna tell you, that was so traumatic for me. Do you know who teased me the most? Kim Whitley and Niecy Nash teased me. They would tell me to laugh just so they could see my face. Because they wanted to see my face, because they knew it was gonna settle back in place. So I don't feel bad about making fun of Kim's frozen eyebrow, because she made fun of me. But you know, it's so much, people feel so much pressure. I don't know why we feel the pressure to mess with everything on our body. It's just so crazy. A lot of us, you know, you go around, these girls are messing with their booties too. You can see it. I think it was Kevin Hart. He said these women are walking around like an ant. Everything is dragging. And I'm not judging anybody, because I wanted to do it too, because I've never had hips and a booty. I've always been self-conscious because I never had hips, never had a booty. So I did 2 years of research on butt injections. And I even got butt pads and hip pads off the internet just to see what I would look like. So those were the butt pads and the hip pads. Now they look like silicone. They look just like veal cutlets. That's what they look like. So you put them on and they stick to your body, and voila, you got hips and a booty. And then when I tell y'all, I ordered those hips and booty pads, I was so excited to get them when they arrived in the mail. But the thing is, here's the thing. I wore them to a lunch meeting, and I got up to go to the bathroom, and they had flipped around and flipped inside out. So my hips, I tried to fix the booty pads, but the booty pads had slid all the way around to my hips. And then the hip pads had fell on the front of my thighs, so I looked like a football player about to run. So I just figured, you know what, I'm not messing with nothing. I didn't get any injections. I didn't mess with my booty. I didn't mess with my hips. So Meghan Trainor, I understand, but you know, here's the thing. It's gonna settle in, but for now, you're gonna have to get used to walking around for the next 6 months looking like you smell bad farts. That is absolutely, and maybe you only gotta smell bad farts for 3 months till everything kicks back in. And you can come on the show, hopefully, and be smile.
We're gonna have a good